Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Shabana Begum here, biological science ma'am. I know today you people are eagerly waiting for me. Why? Because we are going with very interesting topics. We are learning the basic of our life. I know. So get set, get ready with your notepads, notebooks, get ready with your whole concentration. So everyone just to start focusing on the topic which we are discussing because it is too much interesting. You are going to be very much, you are going to know more and more about ourselves. It is about ourself, our body. Last time we had learned about plants, but now we are going to have a chance to learn about ourselves, how we are made. So before starting the class, I know that you are waiting for one more amazing fact. Yes. So note down this one just that is today's amazing fact is about how our life came on earth. Life started on earth. Scientifically, Darwin Darwin had written in his book Origin of that life on earth had been started from water. How means the protoplasm, cytoplasm, which is present in our cells is made up of water. And you know, our body contains 70% of water, 70% of water is present in our cells. And it is related to Quran. In chapter number 21 and verses number 30, in Quran it is mentioned that we made the life from water. We made everything with water. It is written in our Quran. So this is the amazing fact of today's. So hope everyone will remember this. So without wasting our time, let us go fast and start our class. Today's our topic is animal tissue. Last class we had learned about cell, the basic unit of life, structural and functional unit of life. Then we had learned about plants, how the tissues and plants are there. As plants are having a very less amount of metabolic activities to perform, the tissues are simple, whereas our cells in animals, highly evolved organisms, we are having multiple type of metabolic activities to perform. Metabolic activities, remember? Yes, respiration, excretion, transportation, circulatory system, these all are functioning, no? These all needs obviously different type of tissues to be functioning. So let us start today different type of tissues. Tissues, already we had learned about tissues. Multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are made of millions of cells. Cells perform particular functions and they are joined together to form a tissue. Tissues are a group of cells that are similar in structure and origin. In last class, we had already learned about it. Now, one important thing which you have to just focus is what is histology? Histology is the study of tissues. Remember this one. This will be an objective for you. So in the objective half marks, you are getting only the study of tissues is supposed to be known as histology. Types of animal tissues. As I said, we are having highly evolved organisms. So different type of tissues are there. So these are the different type of tissues which are present in our body. Bone tissue, epithelial tissue, cartilage, adipose, nerve tissue, muscle tissue, and connective tissues. Now let us just know about different types of tissues. Animal tissues, depending on functions, are divided into four types. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, nerve tissue. Depending on the functions they perform, these tissues are categorized into four different types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nerve tissue. This epithelial tissue, we are further divided into squamous epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, and stratified epithelial tissue. Here, epithelial tissue makes the outer covering of our body. Means here, wherever the linings are made, there most probably we are going to find the epithelial tissue. Then coming to the next one is connective tissue. Connective tissues are more, comparing to all the tissues, they are going to be seen more in our body. And as obviously they are divided into different categories. So connective tissue is divided into areolar. Areolar tissue is binding tissue. So further two more tissues are connected for binding, like tendon and ligament. Remember these two things. You are going to get objectives from this. One objective will be given every year from this connective tissues. Then coming to the next tissue is very good. Why I am asking good? You come to know further, because this tissue, adipose tissue, is a fat storage tissue which maintains our body temperature. Third is connected with our skeleton. You know, without skeleton, imagine ourselves. Can't able to imagine, no? Why? Because we will be folded in a small pocket and we can keep ourselves. If no skeleton is there, what will be, how we will look like amoeba. Yes. So can't imagine like that. Our whole beauty is laying only on our skull muscles. Muscles of our skull will make whole attraction of our body and giving a frame like structure to our body. So there are two types of tissues connected with this skeletal muscles, that is bone and cartilage. Apart from that, fluid type of tissues are there, liquid forms. As you know, which liquid is most important in our body and which is seen everywhere. Nowhere is left in our body. Yeah, I know the people got it. That is fluid, blood, and along with that lymph. Lymphatic system is separate system like circulatory system. You will be getting about it in our further classes. In 10th class, we are going to have one whole description of lymphatic system. Further classes in intermediate and in your graduation level, you will be getting more about lymphatic system, how it is functioning and helping circulatory system. We will be learning afterwards. Okay, only to know that along with circulatory system, lymphatic system is also very important system. Now next is muscle tissue. Actions, work, functions, these all are going on, no? Yes, we are doing all the actions, voluntary and involuntary actions. Voluntary, doing by ourselves, we are responsible for that movement of our hands, legs, everything, movements, voluntary functions. Involuntary functions, are we able to just blink our eyes by ourselves? Do we able to breathe by ourselves? Is the circulation is going on by ourselves? No, not obviously, not at all. Are we able to do that by ourselves? Not possible. So how? Because of this muscle tissue, striated muscles, voluntary function, smooth muscles or unstriated muscles, involuntary functions, like blinking of our eyes, last, which is the life of our body, that is heart, cardiac muscles. Most important part, no? Yes, everyone knows heart is the most important part of our body. So cardiac muscles. So these three muscles are there. These three tissues are there. These three tissues are performing all our actions, functions. Okay. Next, coming to that interactive tissue, that is nerve tissue. Very favorite of mine. Why I am going to say favorite? Because every time my students are getting full marks. How? If you are learning nerve cell, neuron in 9th class, 4 marks answer. In 10th class, compulsory you will be getting 4 marks, 2 marks or 1 mark compare with this nerve cell. So is it not my favorite when my students are getting marks from this? Of course, the teacher will be happy when students are successful. Like that only here, nerve cell is my favorite and it is going to be more interesting, more interesting. 1 hour is not enough to discuss about only nerve cell. So these are the different type of animal tissues. Epithelial tissue, let us recap. Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and nerve tissue. 4 tissues. Once again, recap. Epithelial tissue is divided into squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, and stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Then first one finished. Second tissue, connective tissue, is divided into areolar, tendon, ligament. Then coming to the next one, connective tissue only, adipose, bone, cartilage. Then last we have to learn about blood. Lymph you are going to learn in your further classes. Then coming to the third type of tissue, muscle tissue, striated muscle, smooth and cardiac muscles. Then coming to that fourth one is nerve tissue, fourth type of tissue. So these are the four type of tissues which we are going to discuss now. Epithelial tissue. Simplest tissue. It forms the outer covering protective tissue and separates from underlying tissue by fibrous basement membrane, hence always grows on other tissues. It can be simple made of one layer of cells or stratified made of many layer of cells. Do you remember I said last one? Stratified squamous epithelium, many layers present in our skin. Skin is having 3 layers now. So this epithelial tissue is present there. Next, how the cells are there in this tissue. Tightly packed cells to form a continuous sheath. Cells are closely packed. You see our skin, when we are going to see, there is no gap between our skin cells. Continuously they are packed and they are covering. So these tissues are supposed to be having tightly packed cells to form a continuous sheath. Then almost no intercellular spaces. I said cells, if one cell is attached with another cell closely without a gap, that is said to be no intercellular space. Clear? Now, location, where it is present, very important, please remember, because we are discussing about our body. So you have to know which tissue is present, where which tissue is present. Okay. And what are the functions of these tissues? Everyone has to know. Please note it down. It is present in skin, lining of mouth, lining of blood vessels, alveoli, kidney tubules. Now, one thing, blood vessels. Everyone just focus. We are having closed type of circulatory system. Insects are having open type of circulatory system. Don't get confused. Closed type of circulatory system means our blood is moving in pipe-like structures known as blood vessels. If you are going to see here, green color vessels are seen. Then if you touch like this, rigid type of vessels are seen. Pipes like structures are seen in which the blood is moving. Blood is not supposed to be seen like a water here and there. It is there closed in blood vessels. So these blood vessels linings are made of epithelial tissue. Next is alveoli. Alveoli you don't know because most of you don't know. I can't able to say you don't know because maybe most of the students who are sitting here aware of alveoli. But let me tell you once again, alveoli is present here just to see. From the nose, when the respiratory system is coming down, we are going to see the lungs. In the lungs, exchange of gases are taking place. And here in the lungs, where the exchange of gases takes place, we are going to find clusters of like this structure. They are in clusters. These are alveoli. These alveoli are helpful for gases exchange. Beta. Just focus, gases exchange means these alveoli will give to the blood vessels or capillaries oxygen and they will take carbon dioxide instead of that. So exchange of gases takes place in the lungs at the alveoli. So these alveoli are made up of epithelial tissue. Clear? Now, third one is kidney tubules. Everyone knows we are having how many kidneys? Obviously, everyone know that 2 kidneys. And everyone know what is the role of kidney? It is an excretory organ which will remove all the wastages. Formation of urine is taking place in kidneys. So this formation of urine, at the time of formation of urine, we are going to see some small tubes are present. That those are the parts of nephron. You will be learning about it in 10th class. Structural and functional unit of kidney is nephron. In that, renal tubules are there. Those tubules are made up of epithelial tissue. So which epithelial is there? We will be discussing afterwards. So this is supposed to be for your reference that kidney tubules, we are going to find epithelial tissue. Next, coming to that, it covers the organs and cavities inside the body and separates different systems from each other. All the systems are separated from each other from this epithelial tissue. As it forms the outer layer of skin, as I said, it protects the body from drying, injury, and infections. It is forming our outer layer of our skin. So it is separating our skin from, because it is the outer membrane, outer covering tissue. So it protects our body from injuries and from infections and the bacterial infections. Bacteria are unable to enter in our body because we are having skin, epithelial tissue is present. Now, types of epithelial tissues. First type, squamous epithelium. Second type, cuboidal epithelium. Third type, columnar epithelium. Fourth type, striated squamous epithelium. Granular epithelium tissue is also present in the glands. Okay, so let us learn about 4 types of epithelial tissue. Fine. So first we will focus on epithelial, squamous epithelial tissue. Make a note of it, everyone, because this epithelial tissue in that this columnar epithelial tissue is given in examination, government paper, and squamous epithelial tissue is given as a 2 marks answer. So please focus on this. Structure is cells. A squamous epithelial tissue cells are very thin, flat, and irregular, which fit like a floor to form delicate lining called pavement epithelium. Like this. You are going to see the cells are very flat, irregular, because you can't able to see they are regular. Some are going here and some are going there. So irregular cells are there. Irregular cells are there. Here pavement epithelium also we are going to say to the squamous epithelial tissue. Next, coming to that, where the location of the tissue. Esophagus, lining of mouth, alveoli of lungs, and blood vessels. As I said to you, lining of blood vessels I said where the blood is moving. Next, lining of our mouth inside lining will be there, that one. Then coming to the next one is alveoli of lungs alveoli, just now I had shown where the gases exchange taking place. Now, esophagus is the food pipe ma. Just focus, food pipe. I am drawing here the mouth, buccal cavity, and the pipe which is connected with our stomach. This pipe is known as esophagus or esophagus, both you can pronounce. So esophagus, along this is known as esophagus, also known as food pipe. Food pipe. So lining of this esophagus is made up of squamous epithelial tissue. What is the function of this squamous epithelial tissue? Protects the underlying tissues from injury and germs, and exchange of gases in lungs and materials between cell and blood. Here, exchange of gases in lungs and material between cells and blood. So here we can discuss about, we are discussing about alveoli. We are discussing about alveoli. So we are discussing about alveoli, and we are discussing about here. Second one is cells in blood, means blood vessels. So blood is taking the oxygen to the, what we say, the blood is going to be taking the oxygen to the cells and taking from the cells. So here we are going to see squamous epithelial tissue. Clear, everyone? Up to here. Now, next one is cuboidal epithelial tissue. So cuboidal epithelial tissue, when we are going to see, here second type of tissue, it is very important. Why? Because cells are in cuboidal shapes around, nucleus is in center. You can see here cubes like structure. The cells are in cubes like structure, where we are going to find nucleus in center. And this tissue makes special things. Kidney tubules, already I said it to you, where the urine is formed in nephron, those tubules are made of this cuboidal epithelial tissue. Last slide, what we had discussed about whole epithelial tissues. Now just remember that kidney tubules and salivary glands where saliva is produced. Just focus. We are having 3 types of salivary glands. Those are present in pairs, 3 pairs. Okay, 3 pairs of salivary glands are present. One pair is known as submaxillary, second submandibular, and third is parotid glands. Submaxillary is present below the tongue. Submandibular present below the beside the jaws, and the parotid gland is present near our ears. So these 3 salivary glands will produce saliva. If you are thinking that what is the role of saliva is waste, means quite wrong, because saliva plays an important role in digestion of food. Without saliva, the food will not get masticated, means smooth. It will not become sticky. If it is not becoming sticky, we can't able to swallow it properly. So first thing. Second thing is saliva is having carbohydrate digestion enzyme known as amylase, salivary amylase, which is helping in digestion of hard type of food known as carbohydrates. So these carbohydrates are digested in salivary glands in our mouth through the salivary amylase. That is an enzyme. Okay. Now, what is the function of cuboidal epithelium? At times, the epithelial tissue forms a gland that secretes substances. Such epithelium is called as glandular epithelial tissue. Just now I said this is supposed to be known as glandular epithelial tissues. It forms the folds of glands. It forms the folds of glands. Glandular epithelial tissue. Next is third type of tissue. Cells are more tall, less wide, pillar-like. You just see, these are like pillars, one by one, they are embedded like pillars. Nucleus is situated near the base. It is not in the center, it is near the base. Okay. Now, location in our body. Inner lining of intestine, small intestines, you know, they are present in digestive system, helps in absorption of food, and food is going to be absorbed in intestines. So they are present in the lining of intestine. Respiratory tract. Cells have cilia-like hairs that move and push the mucus to clear it. Such epithelium is called as ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium, one thing I just want to say, in the esophagus, when the food is moving, the cells will make the food to move. These are columnar epithelial tissue. One more thing, just to focus and just to note down, this columnar epithelial tissue is present in our nails, hairs, fishes' scales, reptiles' skin. We are going to find the columnar epithelial tissue, and it is given in examination. So this is very important tissue. Just to focus, columnar epithelial tissue. In your readers, immediately tick on it, because fishes' scales are made up of columnar epithelium. Our nails are made up of columnar epithelium, and our hairs are also made of columnar epithelial tissue. What is the function now? Focus on the function. Helps in absorption of nutrients, excretion and secretion. Absorption of nutrients means in small intestine, the food after digestion, the food after digestion is absorbed into the blood. That's why we are getting energy, because of absorption of food, and it is taking place through the columnar epithelial tissue. Last one now, striated squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelial tissue, like first one what we had seen, same like that, connected with that squamous epithelial tissue. Some changes, striated squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous flat cells arranged in many layers prevent wear and tear of parts. This one. You just see here many layers are there. Many layers you are going to find. Because it is making our skin. It is our skin layers. It is present under our skin layers. Now, what is the location means skin to prevent wear and tear. Tearing or wearing or getting inside protection is going to be done by the stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Now, it is present in our tongue, esophagus, lining of mouth, lining of esophagus. Esophagus already I said, that is food pipe. And tongue, as we know, tongue plays an important role. What is the role? If for talking, everyone knows. Apart from that, tongue also helps in distributing the food. Just to think, when we are going to eat the food, it is going from this jaw to this jaw, this jaw to this jaw, moving here to there. How it is possible? Because of tongue. Our tongue is distributing the food here to there to here. First, very important now. Second thing, it is also helpful for swallowing. We swallow the food. How it is possible, you know? Tongue plays an important role in swallowing the food. Now come to know, only thinking that only tongue is helpful for speaking. No, tongue is also helpful for these many things. Never underestimate any part, okay? Protection and prevent wear and tear. As you know, it is the skin outer covering, then protection, obviously it will protect our body from microorganisms entry and also heat, cold. It is protecting, no? Fine. So clear everyone now. Just give a glance. Squamous epithelial tissue, lining of our blood vessels, alveoli, and lining of our mouth. Cuboidal epithelial tissue, kidney tubules, salivary gland ducts. Then columnar epithelial tissue. It is present in our respiratory tract and it is helpful for the movement of food. Striated squamous epithelial lining of our skin. Clear? Fine. Now next. Connective tissue. Second type of tissue, beta. Second type of tissue. Second type of tissue, first completed. Clear everyone? Fine. Clear means only listening. Listen everyone. Listening and just listening will not the educated person's qualities. Listening and reading. Then our mind will capture. Our forebrain will just focus when we are listening something. And when we read that, it will take like a printout in our, what we say, hindbrain. In our hindbrain, cerebellum is present, which stores our memories. Like more memories can be stored because brain is vast computer, not like hanging computers. Our brain is made up of many nerve cells. You come to know now. So please, whatever you are listening here, which lesson, whatever lesson you are listening here, immediately open your readers and go through the lesson. These are the qualities of good students. I know you people are very good, but please go through the reader after listening to the lesson. Fine. Second type of tissue, connective tissue. Connective means only we come to know these are connecting most of the things together to any organ. Most abundant among all animal tissues. I said starting only, we are going to find connective tissue in more types. Okay. Now, functioning. Binding, binding, like binding together. Supporting, then packing of organs in our body. So, what are the characters? Few cells are loosely packed with large intercellular spaces filled with jelly-like substance called matrix. not all the cells. Because in this tissue only we are going to find blood. Blood is having plasma and lymph. Okay. Next. Next one is the types of connective tissues. Remember this one. Types of connective tissues are areolar tissue, adipose tissue, bone, cartilage, ligament, tendon, and blood. As starting only, I said to you, areolar tissue like two are there binding. Those are ligament and tendon. Blood is a own fluid type of tissue, fluid, which is found in liquid form. Cartilage bone comes under skeletal tissue, and adipose tissue is a fat storage tissue. Very interesting. These tissues are very interesting. Very interesting. One compulsory one tissue will be given every year. You will be getting in your summative 1 or summative 2. Compulsory one tissue will be given from this connective tissues. First tissue is areolar tissue. Areolar tissue, it fills spaces in between the organs, support the internal organs and help in tissue repair, found between skin, muscles, around blood vessels. Those are made up of fibroblast, collagen fibers. These are the fibers, collagen fibers, which are elastic in nature. Now, let me tell you, we are able to, just think, if we are jumping, is our kidneys coming here, heart is going down? If you jump vigorously, is our organs are placing from here to there? If you are somersaulting, our organs are coming to our mouth and they are going down? Is it happening? No. What is the reason? Reason is areolar tissue. This tissue binds all the organs in their place in our body. Like a small package, it will pack closely and keeps the organ systems in their particular place. Now, areolar tissue, when we are going to see, these fibers are made up of collagen, a type of protein which is present in us. So our organs are in our particular place because of this collagen. Next. Next tissue is second tissue, adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, I said starting only, this is fat storage tissue. It stores fat found between the skin and below the skin and between the internal organs. Cells are filled with fat globules. It acts like an insulator due to presence of fats. Now, what is our body temperature? 99.7 Fahrenheit, 34.5 Celsius. Our body temperature. We are warm-blooded animals. We have to maintain our regular body temperature. We can't able to bear hot weather or cool weather. So what is the thing which is helping to, like an insulator, to maintain our body temperature? This insulator is adipose tissue. This tissue is present below our skin and along with all internal organs. If you are going to be a MBBS student, inshallah, most of you, when you go to MBBS, when you dissect the body to check the organs, at that time you will be seen this adipose tissue is very important. It is helping binding nourishment of all the organs. Now, obviously a question comes to your mind, ma'am, fat is going to be means fat person, mote ho jate, fat person, like that. If you are thinking, quite wrong. Fat is a macronutrient which is essential for our body. Very, very, very essential. After carbohydrates, proteins, fats are more important to our body. Up now, let me tell you, carbohydrates helpful for getting energy, beta. Okay. Now, what is the role of fats? Proteins, you know, growth and development, bodybuilding, growth and development. Now, third is fats. Fat regulators, insulator are nourishing our organs. But excess amount of fat will lead to obesity. Obesity means fattiness. Okay, excess amount of fat is not good. Now, let me tell you, only fats only? No, excess amount of carbohydrates leads to sugar, diabetes. More amount of carbohydrates are produced in blood and not controlled, leads to diabetes. Less amount of carbohydrates are produced, leads to diabetes. So only fats are causing problem? No, not at all. With the carbohydrates also, we are going to have problem. Okay, but most probably we don't know about it. Next is bone. Everyone knows about bone. Bone forms skeleton that support our body and anchor muscles. It is a strong, non-flexible tissue in which bone cells are embedded. Bone cells are known as osteocytes. Examiner's favorite objective, you know, this diagram will be given to you and any labeling will be asked, our name will be asked. So osteocytes are the cells which are present in our bone marrow, beta, bone marrow. This bone marrow is very important, you know. Further, we are learning about this only. This bone marrow is producing RBCs, red blood cells. So this bone is made up of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Listen, note down this thing. Don't get confused. This is the objective many times given. In the competitive exams also this objective is given. Bone is made up of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. Okay. Then bone makes the framework of our body. Clear? Bone is hard, it is not flexible. Bone is hard, it is not at all flexible. Okay, so we can't able to twist our bone or turn our bone. Those are hard. They are made up of calcium phosphate and calcium carbonate. They are having cells known as osteocytes. Now coming to the next type of bone type of structure, smooth bone. We are going to call it as smooth bone. Smooth bone. Hard elastic tissue softer than bone. Matrix is solid but elastic due to presence of protein called chondrin. It is not there in 9th class, but it will be a good important point for you to note down this. The protein which the cartilage are made up of are chondrin. which is why we can bend a cartilage. Cartilage where it is present tip of our nose. We can bend, no? Ears, we can bend, no? Trachea, we can't able to touch, but we can have smooth bone, okay? And smoothen the bone surface at joints and also found in nose, ears, trachea and larynx. Here, trachea and larynx. What is larynx? Everyone knows, na? Yes, 8th class learn voice box. Our sound is produced. Vocal cords are there. This is larynx. Okay. So this is made up of which which bone? Cartilage, smooth bone, cartilage. One interesting thing, note down please. That is small vertebrates, babies are there, na, embryos, which are not developed babies. Small embryos, their skeleton is also made up of cartilage. And you know, big fish. What is the big fish? In ocean, big fish, not whale. Whale is not a fish. Don't say whale. Whale is not at all a fish. It is a mammal, ma. Which is the big fish? That is shark. Shark is the biggest fish which lives in ocean, no? This shark skeleton is made up of cartilage, not bone. Cartilage. All the fishes skeletons are made up of cartilage, but shark is the biggest fish. Clear, everyone? Now ligament and tendon, ma. This year only, last year in summative, this objective is given. Many times given in objective, you can get in 1 mark question probably. Ligaments and tendons. Ligaments and tendons. Ligaments connect bone to bone. So here we are going to see ligaments are connecting bone to bone. Here, one bone to another bone is connected by ligaments. These ligaments, this bind bone to bone. Every time, most of you are going to be confused. Bone to bone, muscle to bone, which one? So clearly you just remember this diagram. Bone, one bone to another bone is connected with this fibrous tissue, which is made up of collagen. Note down objective, this is collagen. Collagen is a type of protein from which these ligaments and tendons are made up of. So tendons connect muscle to bone better. So tendons will bind muscle to bone. Here we are going to see muscles are binding with bones. See, muscles are attached with the bones. Here you can see because of tendons. Ligaments are binding bone to bone. Tendons are binding muscles to bone. Our bone is here, muscle is here somewhere. Is it going on? No, because of the tendons. Clear? Last type of connective tissue, blood. Interesting, very, very, very interesting about blood. Blood is the type of fluid type of connective tissue called, it is having a ground substance without all the cells and impurities. The jelly-like fluid which is present is known as plasma, which has proteins, salts, hormones. Then if in this plasma, we are going to include cells like RBC, WBC, platelets. Apart from that, if we are going to add oxygen, carbon dioxide type of gases, food, carbohydrate, proteins, fats, hormones, like endocrine glands will release hormones. 8th class already learned endocrine glands. Recap. Endocrine glands are the glands which will release hormones. And waste to part. So here we are going to see wastages are particulate matter, waste to particulate matter. These all are present in the blood. Here you can see this is the plasma. platelets, RBCs, WBCs, all are present here. So here, white blood cells are there, red blood cells are there, platelets are there, and you are going to see the jelly-like plasma is also there. So this is the liquid type of connective tissue. Clear? So next to blood, we are learning about blood cells. We are learning about blood cells. Blood is having three types of cells. RBC, also known as erythrocytes. WBC, white blood cells, also known as leukocytes. And third is platelets, thrombocytes. RBCs are supposed to be having 120 days lifespan. The role of RBC is binding gases, exchange of gases. Like oxygen is taken and given to the cells for cellular respiration, and carbon dioxide is taken from the cells, giving to the lungs for removal. So RBC main function is exchange of gases, binding of gases. Red color pigment is present known as hemoglobin. Lifespan of RBC is 120 days. Whereas WBC are divided into two types, granulocyte, agranulocytes. Granulocytes are neutrophils, basophils, eosinophils. What they are doing? They are fighting with microorganisms, fighters, microorganisms. They are the fighters of microorganisms. Neutrophils are having special name, remember for objective, policemen of our body. They will fight and kill the microorganisms which are entering in our body. So WBCs, what the vaccines are doing, antibodies are doing, you know, they will go and stimulate the WBCs. These are only the fighters of our body. Immune system, they will form our immune system. And our 75% of our immune system is made when we are going to be taken birth. So these are the WBCs. Now agranulocytes are having lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes will produce antibodies. And monocytes are known as scavengers. Why they are known as scavengers? Because these monocytes like amoeba, slowly they will go and take the microorganism and eat them, engulf them, remove them. So that's why we are going to call them as scavengers. Who? Monocytes. They are like amoeba. It will be taking one whole class, one whole period needed to explain about this all. But just remember, platelets are helpful for coagulation of blood. Blood coagulation means clotting of blood. If we have an injury, if we have a cut, blood comes out within 3 to 4 minutes, it will stop because of platelets. Clear? Platelets are helpful for coagulation of blood. Now, these all are about blood cells. RBC binding of oxygen is taking place. RBC lifespan is 120 days. RBCs are produced by long bone marrow, bone marrow of a long bone. In small babies, RBCs are produced by liver and spleen. Small babies, they are going to be small babies who are there in the mother's womb. in them, embryos, the RBCs are produced by liver and what we say, spleen. Okay, next. Next tissue is third type of tissue, that is supposed to be the muscle tissue. Okay, function, it is responsible for movement of body. Cells of muscle tissue are long and called muscle fibers. Muscle have special proteins called contractile proteins. Contractile proteins, which contract and relax to bring movements. Already we discussed about muscle tissue. There are three types of muscle tissues: striated muscles, non-striated muscles, and cardiac muscles. Already at the starting of our class, I discussed about muscles which are in our control for movement are made up of striated muscles. Involuntary functions which are not in our control are unstriated muscles. Heart muscles which are helpful for pumping of heart are means study of heart. Next, we are going to see next one is striated muscles. Striated muscles, already I said, striped and striated muscles are the light and dark bands are there. These are light and dark bands which are made up of, they are having branched type of branches are there, and with prominent nucleus is present in that. Long cylindrical shape, they are supposed to be of long cylindrical shape, unbranched and multinucleated. Many nucleus are there, more nucleus is present in them, and bundles of fibers are present with dark and light bands. Where they are present: limbs, arms, legs, tongue, body, face and neck. Working: contract quickly but can't remain contracted for a long time. They will fatigue, means tired, they will become tired. Next, unstriated muscles are non-striated muscles, are involuntary muscles which are not in our control. They are spindle shaped cells. Spindle shaped cells, uninucleated, arranged in form of sheets. Dark and light bands are absent here. They are like pointed. Here you can see the pointed edges are there. Okay, only one nucleus, multinucleated no. Present in iris, ureters, bronchus of lungs, alimentary canal walls, and blood vessels. Ureter means urinary bladder, where connected the tube is known as ureter. Kidney to the urinary bladder, this is ureter. Working: contract slowly but can remain contracted for long, never tired. They will be doing their whole works continuously, so they are not tired. Third is cardiac muscles, structure between striated and non-striated. Why it is called, you know, because they look like striated, functions is like non-striated. Okay, these are slowly rhythmically contraction. Lub, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub. Listen, sound is coming, na? Yeah, we are alive, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. So relaxation throughout life and pumps blood. Short cylinder shape, branched cells, uninucleated. Fibers are arranged in the form of network. Faint dark and light bands. Where they are present, walls of heart. What they will do? Without tiredness. If the heart get tired, go up. So only the heart will take a break when we sneeze. When we sneeze, na, that time only for a second our heart will take relaxation. Apart from that, we have to appreciate our body structure, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he had made us. Last is my favorite, but because of lack of time, I have to run fast. My favorite, my students getting marks, favorite tissue. We are going to go move fast with nerve tissue because of lack of time, beta. So just to focus here, because nerve tissue is the tissue which will be giving you 4 marks in 9th class and 10th class, beta. 10th class is also you are going to see the nerve tissue. Nerve tissue is present. Cells of nerve tissue are called nerve cells or neurons. Many nerve cells are bound by connective tissue to make a nerve. It is having 3 parts. This is cyton, cell body. This is second part, axon. This is the third part known as nerve terminal. This is having branches which are helpful for the connecting like this. They are giving passing signals. These nerve cells connected with sense organs and brain. Sense organs to brain, one type of nerve cell. Second type of nerve cells are connected with our body parts to the, like example, one mosquito is biting. Immediately the nerve cells will go to the brain and say that mosquito is biting. So at that time our brain will say, hey, go and kill it. Our motor nerve cells of this hand will get ready and go and kill it. If the mosquito had run away, then at that time we will scratch our skin. No, nothing will happen. Only a small mosquito like that. Okay. So 2 types of nerve cells are there. Sensory neurons and motor neurons. Sensory only they will go to the brain and say that this is happened. Motor functioning, they will come and a snake is coming, will jump from there because of nerve cells. So nerve cells are very, very, very important cells. 4 marks you are getting from that. Functions already I said. Nerve cells location is brain, spinal cord. Nerves are made up of nerve tissue. Then they are tree-like structures. Don't call them tree because they are very cute. So coming out of it, there are 3 types already I said: cyton, axon, and we are going to see cyton, axon, and here apart from that, nerve terminals. Clear? Now questions. What is a nerve cell? How many parts it is divided into? 3. Ma'am explained this much, asking question from that. Okay, fine. You learn the lesson, read the lesson, more focus on the lesson. That will be quite good. So hope everyone had understood all the animal tissues. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless us. Allah Hafiz everyone. Keep remember us in your precious dua. Allah Hafiz.